Survivors are finding their voice, and people are sort of like, and I include myself in this, really discovering the terrible extent of this problem. If you're seeing it this prevalent, in this industry, it must extend into, finance and tech and all these other places, and it's really disturbing. And
recent buzz surrounds Matt Damon, the acclaimed actor, has been under the media's spotlight, not for his performances, but for a purported tarnished reputation. The waves of controversy surrounding him have grown so prominent that even his longtime friend and professional ally, Ben Affleck, felt the need to break his silence. Affleck, shedding light on the undercurrents of Hollywood, suggests that Damon might not be solely to blame. He hints at unseen hands, powerful figures within the entertainment industry, possibly steering Damon's trajectory towards fame. This revelation raises eyebrows and begs the question: what exactly does Affleck know about these behind-the-scenes manipulations? And how deep does this rabbit hole go?
Survivors are finding their voice, and people are sort of like, and I include myself in this, really discovering the terrible extent of this problem.
The dynamic duo of Hollywood, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, have frequently joined forces with the once-formidable Harvey Weinstein on a series of cinematic ventures. One of the most memorable moments from their partnership was during the 1997 Oscars. Affleck, basking in the glow of his win for the iconic Good Will Hunting, took a moment on the global stage to acknowledge Weinstein, attributing the film's success to his belief in their vision. Yet, amidst the applause and glitz, eagle-eyed observers couldn't help but notice a hint of unease in Affleck's demeanor during his heartfelt speech.
Incumbent of us to thank Harvey Weinstein, who believed in us and made this movie.
In the tumultuous aftermath of revelations surrounding Harvey Weinstein's alleged misdeeds, the film industry was abuzz with reactions from its most iconic figures. Among them, Ben Affleck, a known collaborator with Weinstein in the past, took to Facebook with a fervent outpouring of emotion. He shared his deep sense of betrayal, stating, "The thought of a man I once admired wielding his power to exploit numerous women for years on end is deeply unsettling. Reading fresh allegations this morning made my stomach churn." Affleck then introspectively questioned how he could contribute to preventing such abuse in the future, emphasizing, "It's imperative for us to stand by those brave enough to come forward, to unequivocally denounce such actions, and to pave the way for more women to take on leadership roles." Adding to the intrigue, whispers spread suggesting that Affleck's name was on a red flag list curated by Weinstein. This list, believed to consist of names Weinstein considered potential threats in exposing his activities, became one of the many shocking revelations in this scandal. The inclusion of Affleck's name on this list, later confirmed by industry stalwart Variety, added another layer of complexity to an already multifaceted saga, pushing the boundaries of Hollywood intrigue during the dawning of the Me Too movement.
If you're seeing it this prevalent, in this industry, it must extend into, finance and tech and all these other places, and it's really disturbing. And
amidst the storm of controversies surrounding Harvey Weinstein, a treasure trove of nearly 1,000 pages of documents saw the light of day at the New York City criminal courthouse before his much-anticipated sentencing. During the intense 7-week trial, these documents became a topic of great interest, especially a certain list that was believed to be Weinstein's compilation of potential threats. While only the name of accuser Annabella Sierra was officially revealed during the proceedings, the prosecutor aimed to disclose the entirety of the list, featuring both men and women, to the jury. This move, however, was blocked by the presiding judge. The whispers in Hollywood corridors didn't stop. Rumors swirled, suggesting that if Ben Affleck's name was on that list, his close friend and fellow actor Matt Damon might also be on it. These speculations stemmed from the assumption that Damon, like Affleck, may have had his own unsettling experiences with Weinstein. Reflecting on his past collaborations with Weinstein, Affleck voiced his heartbreak, confessing, "Our early projects together are now clouded with regret. While we celebrated cinema, others suffered in silence." He went on to pledge any profits from Weinstein-associated films to organizations championing against such abuse, like RAINN and Film Independent. Meanwhile, prominent commentator Joe Rogan delved into this convoluted saga, shedding light on Weinstein's darker undertones. Rogan's insights, combined with the ever-evolving narratives, fanned the flames of speculation, keeping Hollywood and its observers deeply engaged.
He apparently hugged a woman and his hand went down her back. This is the depiction.
Joe Rogan shook the entertainment world with a bombshell claim, suggesting that some male actors, notably the distinguished Matt Damon, might have been involved in activities beyond the realm of standard professional networking. Rogan insinuated that the drive for Hollywood stardom may have led these actors down less trodden and potentially murky paths in their pursuit of success.
He had it set up where this was how you got by. This is how you made movies. This is how you want to be famous. This is how you get famous.
In a gripping podcast episode, Joe Rogan tackled the deeply unsettling revelations about Harvey Weinstein and the alleged widespread culture of exploitation in the entertainment world. With his signature blend of candid commentary and meticulous research, Rogan unpacked the intricate web of relationships, power dynamics, and cover-ups that have long cast a shadow over Hollywood. His discussion spotlighted both the high-profile individuals embroiled in these scandals and the countless unsung victims who had faced intimidation and backlash for daring to speak out.
So they would get all this treatment, and then they had to spend some alone time with him every now and then.
The collapse of Harvey Weinstein's reputation sent shockwaves through Hollywood, signifying a watershed moment. Joe Rogan, ever the keen observer, delved into the darkest facets of Weinstein's reputed transgressions. Whitney Cummings, a standout comedian and actress, shed light on Weinstein's chilling methods. As she detailed, Weinstein would dangle the allure of fame before budding actors, but these glittering promises came with deeply disturbing strings attached.
They wanted to work. See, the thing about Harvey is, apparently, this is Whitney Cummings' take on it. She said he would actually give them the things he would tell them he would give them.
The chilling heart of Weinstein's tactics, as dissected by Rogan, centered around a nefarious give-and-take game. He'd allegedly dangle the dream of stardom to budding talents, implying that intimate favors would unlock leading roles in his productions. Yet for those who acquiesced, they found themselves ensnared in a web of further mistreatment and manipulation. Ben Affleck weighed in, noting, "I always saw Weinstein as a bully and a bit shady. Regrettably, such behavior wasn't out of the ordinary in those circles." Reflecting on his early days, he recounted how Weinstein, spotting young talents unfamiliar with the ways of Hollywood, would shower them with affections and opportunities. But these gestures of goodwill concealed a more sinister agenda. The film mogul's lavish attentions were merely a prelude to pushing for even more compromising personal engagements. This dark dance of enticement and control left many feeling ensnared, with their dreams of stardom overshadowed by an oppressive cycle of exploitation.
Other people were going through something really ugly and disturbing and difficult and terrible and terrifying. And while that was happening, it's kind of, I don't know.
Rogan delved deeper, suggesting that Weinstein cunningly crafted a facade of mutual affection. He'd allegedly coax actors into sending him warm, even romantic emails. To an unsuspecting eye, these exchanges seemed to depict a heartfelt relationship. Yet, hidden beneath this veneer was a reality starkly different. Many of these actors, despite their penned words, held a simmering bitterness for the compromising binds Weinstein had maneuvered them into.
So they would send him emails, lovey-dovey emails, but really they hated him.
Stars like Matt Damon were caught in a precarious bind, without the clout to publicly confront Weinstein's alleged transgressions, ultimately ensnared in the fallout of his behavior. Praise from Ben and Matt for Weinstein was met with backlash, but it's crucial to understand that they were ostensibly in the dark about the depth of Weinstein's actions. Even with inklings of his behavior, they might not have been positioned strongly enough to intervene.
Didn't work with him again after that, but I was there kind of that was the height of his power, and that was his legend. That was his whole kind of MO. Like, you know, could you survive a meeting with Harvey?
There came a moment when Matt Damon's restraint reached its limit, leading him to unveil a startling revelation to his listeners. Damon admitted he had caught wind of Harvey Weinstein's alleged mistreatment of Gwyneth Paltrow, not firsthand, but through Ben Affleck. Despite working with Paltrow on The Talented Mr. Ripley, a Weinstein-backed film, Damon hadn't discussed the incident with her. Ben had clued me in, he shared. By then, Harvey was treating her with overt respect. But had I ever felt an urge to confront him? Reflecting aloud, Damon said, "I'm not sure of my course of action. It was information from Ben, relayed from Gwyneth. It never manifested before my eyes. Sure, Harvey had his aggressive, domineering side. I've been revisiting those times, wondering if I missed any signs. Could I have acted differently?"